Welcome to Seedling Squad, your go-to place for all things plant and gardening. Whether you're a beginner just starting out or a seasoned green thumb, we've got tips, tricks, and tutorials for everyone. Hi, I'm Nicole, and I'm here to help you grow your gardening skills and turn your space into a green paradise. From seed to harvest, let's embark on this gardening journey together. In today's video, we will be featuring 10 steps to start a thriving container garden anywhere. Just so you know, there are direct links to all the related products in the description below. If you want a wide range of gardening facts, tips, and tricks, be sure to visit our website at seedlingsquad.com. So let's get started. If you've ever thought, I don't have enough space to garden, I'm here to tell you that's not true. Container gardening is one of the easiest, most flexible ways to grow food and flowers. You can garden on a balcony, a driveway, a tiny patio, or even right outside your front door. So today, I'm walking you through 10 clear, practical steps to help you build a container garden that actually works, and not one that looks good for 2 weeks and then mysteriously gives up on you. Let's start with Step 1. Step 1. Location. Before you buy anything, before you fill a single pot, look at your space. Plants need sunlight. Without it, nothing else matters. Most vegetables and fruiting plants need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight a day. Leafy greens can sometimes get by with a bit less, but tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers, they want sun. If you have options, choose a spot that gets morning sun. Morning light is gentler, and plants tend to perform better compared to harsh afternoon heat. Also, think about convenience. Is water nearby? Are you going to have to drag a hose across the entire house every day? If it's hard to water, you'll eventually skip watering. Keep it practical. Step 2. What to plant. This is pretty much the fun part. Start with what you actually eat. There's no point growing eggplant if nobody in your house likes eggplant. Grow lettuce if you eat salads. Grow herbs if you cook. Grow cherry tomatoes if you snack. Make a simple list. Then check what grows well in your season. Not every plant thrives year-round. Some prefer cool weather, others need heat. Match your plant choices to your season, your sunlight, your available space. And here's a tip most beginners overlook. Research how big the plant gets. A full-grown zucchini plant in a tiny pot is going to struggle. Planning ahead saves frustration later. Once you decide, choose whether you'll start from seed or buy transplants. Seeds are budget-friendly, but slower. Transplants give you a head start. There's no wrong choice, just choose what fits your patience level. Step 3. Choose the right containers. Now let's talk pots. Container size matters more than people realize. Small herbs can grow in smaller pots, but tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and root crops need deeper, wider containers. Bigger pots hold more soil, more nutrients, more moisture. That means more stable growing conditions. And here's something non-negotiable. Drainage holes. If water can't escape, roots suffocate. Overwatering in containers usually isn't about how often you water. More often, it's about poor drainage. If your pot sits on concrete or tile, consider pot feet or small risers so water can flow out freely. If you don't have a drainage hole, drill one. It's always best to be resourceful. Step 4. Use the right soil. This is where a lot of beginners make a mistake. Do not scoop soil from your yard and put it into a container. Garden soil is too heavy for pots. It compacts, doesn't drain well, and roots struggle to breathe. Use a quality potting mix or raised bed mix. Look for something light and airy. Good mixes usually contain compost, coconut coir, or peat moss, and perlite or vermiculite for drainage. And don't add rocks to the bottom. That old advice actually reduces usable soil space and doesn't improve drainage the way people think it does. Fill your container all the way to the top with soil. More soil equals more room for roots. Step 5. Plant properly. When planting, spacing matters. Crowded plants compete for light, nutrients, airflow, which leads to disease and poor growth. Follow spacing recommendations on seed packets or plant tags. If you're planting transplants, set them at the same depth they were growing in their nursery pot. Don't bury them too deep, except for tomatoes. Tomatoes are the one exception. You can bury their stems deeper because they'll grow additional roots along the stem. If planting seeds, a simple rule is this: plant seeds about twice as deep as their size. And once you start watering seeds, keep the soil consistently moist until they germinate. Step 6. Water the right way. Container plants depend entirely on you for water. They can't send roots searching through the ground. When the soil dries, they dry. Remember, watering is all about doing it correctly, not daily. Before watering, check the soil. Stick your finger about an inch deep. If it's dry, water. If it's still moist, wait. When you water, water deeply. Soak the entire container until water runs out of the drainage hole. Deep watering encourages deeper root growth. Shallow watering keeps roots near the surface, making plants more vulnerable to heat stress. And avoid watering leaves if possible. Focus on the soil. Adding a 1 to 2 inch layer of mulch on top helps retain moisture and keep soil temperatures stable. Step 7. Feed your plants. In containers, nutrients wash out faster. Every time you water deeply and see water draining out the bottom, nutrients are leaving too. Most quality potting mixes contain nutrients for the first few weeks. After that, your plants will need feeding. Use a balanced organic fertilizer. Liquid seaweed, fish emulsion, compost tea. All good options. Follow label instructions. More fertilizer doesn't mean better growth. It can actually burn roots. A consistent feeding schedule keeps container plants productive, especially fruiting crops. Step 8. Check your plants. This might be the most underrated step. It won't take hours, it won't even take 30 minutes. 5 minutes is enough. Look at your plants, notice changes, check leaves for pests. Look underneath leaves. That's where insects hide. Notice discoloration and wilting. Small problems are easy to fix. Big problems are overwhelming. Daily attention builds intuition. You'll start recognizing what normal looks like and when something is off. Step 9. Harvest at the right time. Harvesting isn't just the reward, unlike what many people say. It's also a very important part of plant health. Most vegetables taste best when picked young and tender. Overripe produce can become woody, bitter, or fibrous. Here's something important. Harvesting encourages production. The more you pick, the more your plants produce. Regular harvesting keeps plants productive and prevents them from slowing down. Don't wait too long. Step 10. Learn and adjust. Every season teaches you something. Maybe you planted too early. Maybe that pot was too small. Maybe that location got less sun than you thought. That's experience, not failure. Keep notes if you can. Take note of what worked, what didn't, and what surprised you. Gardening is a skill built over time, and container gardening makes it easier to experiment without committing to a full backyard overhaul. Thanks for joining us on this countdown of the 10 simple steps to start a thriving container garden anywhere. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more gardening tips and tricks. Happy gardening, Seedling Squad!